You're just in time. It's the hourly rapid arena. Just started. This is my first game of the stream. Someone wanted me to play a Traxler, so I will. Oh, let me first make this board bigger. Board geometry. I was doing some puzzles just a few minutes ago. Can't play a Traxler against a Scotch, unfortunately.
If you're white, an Italian.
Oh. And if I'm black, I may be playing against an Ortho Schnapp. Or not. This is... forget what we call this line. This is kind of like a Scotch Gambit, but not quite a Scotch Gambit. Thank you, Andres. Yeah, again, appreciate the raid. Shout out to Andres. Yeah, this is still opening prep. It's opening prep I haven't looked at in a while. I'm pretty sure Bishop c5. Bishop c5, one of the main lines. I prepared something very similar for Canty. Yeah, this is very typical, f4. So white essentially got a tempo, taking advantage of my knight. And I'm pretty sure this is my exact prep for Canty. Forget if we actually played into this line. Maybe we played into this line in one of our games. Yeah, let me go with Queen b8. So this is a move that I was like seriously preparing back in June in preparation for the finals of the I'm Not a GM tournament. Opponent very quickly plays knight c3, which I guess is a little bit concerning. I'm pretty sure the best move is to take. But white's not fearing the pawn under attack. Now, I could take the knight too, but take the pawn. Let's go for this. I'm still kind of relying on memory. Take rook b1, queen a2. Yeah, white does seem very prepared here. Blitzing out every move. Rook d8's a consideration. I know white's idea is like f5, f6 or f5, e6. So I have to be cognizant of that. Rook b1 might be an idea. I like the prospect of starting with rook d8. Just to align with the queen, apply a little bit more pressure. If rook, let's imagine rook fb1, queen a3, rook b3, queen a4. I think it's okay. Even queen a6. Yeah, I guess when I play queen b8, I'm already committing to a little bit risky play, like snacking on the pawn before getting my king safe. But it's good to see white slowing down. And now, like, if f5, I think I just take. Just because of the pin, discovered attack. Like, I have two attackers, there's two defenders. So, I mean, the bishop moving anywhere will add a third attacker. And the move like rook d1 looks like it adds a defender, but after bishop g4, I'd probably be winning material. Yeah, I remember analyzing like b3. There's some cool line that now I'm forgetting. Okay, so rook fb1. I don't really have another option. Bishop d4, no. Okay, rook b3. So now I have two options, queen a4, queen a6. I mean, queen a4, I think I like a little bit more, just to pressure the knight. It's not so easy for white to exploit the queen on a4. That move is very sensible. So creating the battery. Also supporting f5. Although, wait, what if I just take in bishop? I take and play bishop e6. I'm attacking the rook and the bishop. don't see how white defends. Let's go for it. It was just a simple tactic. And queen f2 looked nice multi-purpose move. It's actually really nice my pawn controls d3, preventing rook d3. Now, I'm likely winning the exchange. White might get some counterplay. For a moment, I was thinking f5 is maybe possible, but then I take and then take the bishop. So, yeah, this bishop will probably have to... Oh, c4. Wow. c4 I forgot about. c4 blocks the rank and the diagonal, but I'm going to win a pawn. At least I should. Bishop takes c4. Yeah, let's take with the bishop. This actually isn't so simple, even though I'm up 2 pawns. Just the nature of the opposite color bishops. Wait, can I play this move now? Take. Oh, there's a funny line. Okay, so the same idea as previously. I'm hitting the rook and the bishop, and now there's no miracle c4 move. There is rook a7, and this is one of the funny lines. But how funny is it? I want to take the bishop. It's not so simple. I could castle first. Take. Wait a minute. If I take the bishop, I have to watch my time too. Rook d1. Oh, there's some really interesting lines. Let me start by taking the bishop. Yeah, I was thinking rook d1 here. I mean, I could take 2 and be up a pawn, but then I'd probably lose a pawn back. Yeah, so I was calculating this. Yeah, queen f2, I was hoping for e3. I'm now probably castling. I'll play queen d... No, queen d5, rook a8. It's castle, rook c4. c4 queen. Trying to figure out the lines here. So rook takes e6, I'm debating between rook b8 and rook a8. I like rook b8 a bit more. Because there's back rank potential. Like, there's a cool idea to play queen f2, which doesn't work at all because queen f2, queen g1. Never mind. Okay, so white being cautious. It's understandable. Queen d3 doesn't work. Can I play... Get away with... I feel like I should play h5 first. Let me play h5 first. It frees up like moves like rook b2. And rook b2 would have ideas of rook f2, also e3, e2. At this point, it's all about making use of my passed pawn. And rook c4 is maybe a little bit concerning. I really gotta be conscientious of time. Thank you, our journal.
Hi, Eric.
I'm calculating rook c4, queen e3. Because rook c4, queen d5, there's queen e2. And then it looks like I'm losing the pawn. There's two attackers, rook b1, king h2. Rook c4, queen e3. And the queen can't actually attack the pawn. Actually, queen e3 ties down the queen to defending f4 as well. Still down over a minute. Very quickly turning into a blitz game. A couple people on top have already played 2 games. We might see e6. E6 is kind of interesting. I take... In taking, later c5. It's equal material. White could just take the free pawn too. And white does. A question between rook b2. I like rook b2. Just focusing on activity. It allows rook c8, king h7. The king should be very safe there. And time is leveling now, which is nice. I think this is the first moment I'm up in time or up on time in the game. Most of this game, especially out of the opening, I was down by a few minutes. Okay, so a combination of these ideas, not easy to play for white. Like much easier to play for black. I'm also realizing this is an idea. Rook d2 to d1. And there's cases later where the h-pawn can be very useful in controlling g3 and eventually creating some mating ideas. It's a nice example. Like even in the endgame, usually material is a very important factor in determining who's better, but even in the endgame, activity of pieces can be more important than material. Also, the dangerous or the dangerousness, the danger of the like strong pass pawns as well. More about quality over quantity. So king h2, it's a prophylactic move. And if I play this, there's like queen c4. If I play e3. So that opens up the attack against the pawn. It also opens up this diagonal a little bit, but after check here, the queen can't attack along the b1 h7 diagonal. Now I do allow this move, but then rook f2. Oh, rook f2, I get mated by force. Just simple oversight. So maybe g6. And g6, e6. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've underestimated the fact that h5 is just hanging. I have an idea. I think I have to play rook b7 here. Or rook b8. Already getting tired. Let's play rook b8. Defend the back rank. The idea is to eventually play e2 and then win f4. Another idea is to play h4. Okay, so rook e1. And play this move. Then rook d1. Oh, there's almost a really funny idea. I'm not fully seeing what to do. I'm considering g5 here. g5 is insane, but I think I'll play it. I just want to win the e5 pawn. It looks so counterintuitive. Okay, so now I can take here, trade queens. Still not so simple. I don't think I'm better here. Looks really close to being really good. I think I'm going to win on time, though. F5. Wow. Wait. Yeah, king e1 was the wrong direction. King should have stayed on g1. Now g2's a threat.
Thanks for the Kung Fu chess games the other day.
Oh, my pleasure.
Any interest in learning proper black belt techniques sometime?
Someday. That'd be cool. Welcome back, Misha. Also known as not Misha. Yeah, that was a crazy game. I guess g5 was a decent practical decision. I think e3 was wrong. Maybe a little bit too soon. Engine says white's winning. Oh, white could play this and then this. And then I don't have rook b8. How's that winning, though? Here, because I have g6. Rook c7, really? Ah, e6 is coming. If I play this, there's queen a8. That's crazy. Okay, I could have been losing. Not an easy line to spot, though. Was I ever better? It was a little bit better after e3, but still close to a draw. Okay, I was better earlier. Engine likes queen d4. Engine wants e3 here. What an epic move, just giving up the rook. And then e2. Oh, that would have been a funny line. Black is mating by force in 8 moves. Okay. That was a cool game. So I was much better, but it was not an easy position to win. Good game. Okay, that was the first game of the tournament. And 26th place, 183 players. If you want to join this tournament, we do have the join command. Playing Tola 54. I saw someone earlier in chat. Wait, who wanted? It was H. Bazzi who wanted some Italian. I saw someone earlier request in English, but I'll go for Italian. I haven't played the Italian in a while. Like usually I go for Ponziani, or my opponents like play the Petrov or Stafford. Oh, thank you, Felix. Subbing for 18 months. Okay, opponent taking time here. I did go through a brief phase in my chess career. Maybe around the time I was like 2100, 2200, where I played Italian. I was inspired by Garry Kasparov. He played Italian in a lot of these like simultaneous exhibition games. A nice, very like stable opening where it's very rich with middle game plans. Also very popular these days at the top level. I'll admit, in like very high level play, the Italian, it's one of these openings that kind of scares me because there's so much theory. But at a lower level play, it's more about knowing ideas and concepts. Yeah, castle. I assume this is theory. So these days it's very trendy to like gain space on the queen side, which maybe I'll go for at some point. Like a4, for example. I think a4 makes sense here. Like threatening to drop the bishop. And okay, black might play a6 or a5. But at least I make black think. So a5 it is. And now, yeah, now 92. Will I play the whole tournament? Probably. We'll see if I can, yeah, if I can stay awake. I think I'll try. h6. h6 is a move. I play h3. I was going to say that like this idea is very popular in Italian. Like rook e1. Yeah, rook e1, knight f1. Sometimes called this a Spanish night walk. This is very popular in the Spanish opening, but also Italian. The knight likes to come to the king side. So knight f1. At some point I might want to get in d4, but first things first, get the knight to a happier place. Oh yeah, I'm not wearing my own merch. Even though there's still a sale on my merch. Coupon code Black Friday for, I think it's 25% off. Bishop e3. Take. I think I'll just play this. I'll leave the tension between the bishops. So I'm wearing a Botez merch. Shout out to Botez Live. They sent me a whole merch package. Yeah, so I'm accepting double pawns. I've seen the structure before in Italians. And at first it looks weak, but after b3, I defend c4. d-file's half open for me. And these double pawns are actually nice because I restrict the bishop and knight with the c3 pawn. I'd like to go for this idea. Maybe h3 first. I wasn't sure about queen g4 in response to knight h4. But once the knights are here, a typical follow-up is to start invading f5. Now black wants to get the same setup with the knights, but I think I'll start with knight h4. So now if knight g6, I could trade. That should be beneficial. I could also consider knight hf5 or knight gf5. Good evening to Irene. Welcome back. Oh, fate offering wisdom. The best opening is that which gives you the best results, which varies based on who you're playing. Yeah. Hey, it's Alice Chess. Welcome back, Alice Chess. Again, if you're just joining, this is the Hourly Rapid Arena. I'm on a quest to 2600 Rapid, which haven't been there in a while. Opponent might want to play this. I don't know if I can stop it. I could try to discourage it. We'll start with queen f3. And creating some kingside potential. Yeah, let me give you a shout out. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, d5. Now I have to figure out. I mean, I think it makes sense to take once. Because I don't want black taking on c4. Can I take again?
Someone purchased youth t-shirt, oh no my queen
so
for
much.
$20 and donated $3.
Thanks to the someone. I don't know if, yeah, taking kind of concedes the center. I'm realizing this plan of with knight f5 may not be everything I thought. Knight f5. I want to play knight f5. It's knight hf5. Takes. I have to take on e7. Rook takes. Everything kind of simplifies. Considering moves like bishop e3 could be interesting. Take. Problem is this pawn is weak in the end. Queen is actually really well placed on e6. And if I take on d5 and then play c4, what's going on here? Maybe that's the way to go. And take on d5. Oh wow, takes, c4, queen d4, hitting the rook and knight. I do have bishop e3 in that line. Okay, let's go for this. I mean, black has a choice which thing to take back with. So queen takes. Now I'm leaning towards c4. And we're going to get a more positional game. Assuming queens get traded. Yeah, for a brief moment I was scared of this move, but after bishop e3, it's basically a trade, and I think it's a good trade for white. Okay, knight returns. So e5 is now a target. I actually like the structure, even though it looks like I have some dark square holes, which I kind of do. This pawn is fixed on a5. And my pawns combine better with my bishop, even though black has a more active bishop for now. The hope is that longer term I'll have some nice harmony. Bishop e2. Bishop e2, there's e4, takes. And try bishop e2. Again, it's turning into a blitz game. Thank you, Super Robot X. Happy 30 months. Take. Yeah, I was just calculating this line. Take, bishop c3. This might just be equal. I don't think I have a better choice. I was wanting to play knight d2, but then e3. Let's take. And then go back. Okay, so I don't fully know what's going on here. I imagine black's going to take. Maybe trade rooks first. If takes first, I don't have to take back right away. Like I could start with knight f5. Oh, wow. Interesting move. Probably a good move too. Okay, I'm calculating some weird, like rook e3. Consider this move.
Won 5 games of duck chess today. Need to stay warm.
Hey, it's Rossabas. Keep it up. I need to focus here. It's really not so clear. Bishop d4 is a very good move. I think something like Rook EC1. Looks ugly, but at least I leave the tension. I do still want to eventually play knight f5. And taking the bishop would have just allowed the knight to come in and annoy me in so many ways. We still might see takes knight d4. And then maybe rook d1. And f5. Maybe I should have just taken the pawn. There's an idea here to play like some eventual c5 knight d6. Like if rook e5, I could have this choice. It would be committal though. Like knight e3 might be a safer move. And d5 is actually a nice outpost. Now the only problem is if I play knight e3, there's rook g5.
Happy day.
I could take on g2 with a knight. Thank you, RTR Bama. I'm trying to have a happy game here. Up on time. As we've seen in the past, time can be very important towards the end of these games, especially with no increment. Okay, so rook d2 might be coming. Let's start with knight d5. If rook g5, I have rook g3. We might see knight e7. And then some trade. Yeah. I'm not better here. I don't think I'm really much worse. It should be roughly equal. Black taking time. Yeah, so I think the strategy is to put the rook on f3, where it defends all the potential pawn weaknesses. So rook e2, even though the rooks are active, black shouldn't be winning anything. Maybe some plan is to activate the rook somehow. c5 maybe. Actually, c5 is a nice plan. Could maybe play h4. Start with this. Yeah, these rook endings can be very deceiving. So it might look equal, but then some small factors can change the tide. Kind of like rook e3. So I want to cut the king off eventually. Rook g5 is a good move. Rook g3. We trade king e7 c5. And then I might be winning the a-pawn. Oh, but then there's rook d3. Objectively, it should be a draw, but I think I'm going to win on time. I have this move. There, takes. No. Let's activate the king. Ooh. Getting really active with the king. It should have been closer to a draw, but now objectively, white's probably very close to winning. More active king. I have to calculate though. I don't know if c5 actually works. c5. Wait, c5, rook f5. King c6 takes. No, the king's too close. There's this funny move. Oh no, that allows rook d6. Wow. I have no way of making progress. Again, I should win on time, but I'd like to win based on the position too. Let me play this. Thank you, 414 Sosa. Appreciate the raid. If you're just joining, I'm about to win on time. I don't think I'm getting mated. c5. The opponent was just a little bit too slow this game. Okay, final position. It's probably still equal. Oh, I'm worse here. Oh, because h3 is hanging. I thought I'd have enough counterplay. Was I ever better? No, it was equal. Black played a good game. This may have been like a really clean game from both of us, maybe until the end. Yeah, Black found a good plan, like putting the queen here, knight here, and then preparing d5. It looks like it was roughly equal the whole game. Man. Look at this graph. I was better out of the opening at some point. B3. Oh, B3 is a cool move to take with the B pawn. Look at this score. I made 2 inaccuracies. My opponent made 1 inaccuracy. 98%, 95%. Okay. A great example of a high quality game that just comes down to time. I generally, if I want to win the tournament, I should berserk. I don't think I'll berserk this opponent. I'll play a Sicilian. I've played this opponent before. Knight c3. I'll play e6. We've gone into, I think we've gone into these lines before. Like a6. Yeah, we've had this before. I think we had a game like very recently too. I wonder if my opponent has studied this. Knight a4 is a fine move. Yeah, it's one of these openings where I can hopefully get away by like pushing a lot of pawns early. Expanding on the queen side. White played knight h3 so the knight doesn't obstruct the bishop or the eventual rook. Because there's other cases where the knight goes to f3. One idea is if pawn takes... Wow, b3. Let's say if pawn takes, I could play knight f6. b3. I want to hold on to the pawn. I mean, there's knight g5 coming. Maybe I'll just play this. Leaving tension. Trying to provoke e5. I could have spent a longer time trying to calculate like takes knight takes knight g5, knight f6, queen e2. Calculating it now, which isn't the most efficient. But knight f6 was a more intuitive decision because it seemed like white's moves were easier in that line compared to this line where, because there's tension, white has to decide whether to commit to e5, which the opponent does. There's also takes. Okay, so this structure, knight c6, this resembles more of a French. This structure is very common for French. And one nice idea is knight e7, knight f5, h5. Now, this move would be terrible in Bughouse if the opponent has a knight to place on d6. Thankfully, the knight can't move like, I was going to say like a camel, but not even a camel could move like that. Camels move like this. Yeah, the knight can't teleport. So d4. I want to start with knight f5. If g4 I take... That's interesting. Could play rook c8 first too. Actually, no, g4, knight h4. Let's start with this. Yeah, there's cases where I don't need to play h5 immediately because g4... Oh, I also have knight e3. I was going to say g4, knight h4 is a typical idea. But knight e3 is an even stronger idea. But generally later, like h5 is a nice way to just ensure the knight's not getting kicked. Like maybe now I'll throw it in. Because g4, knight h4, bishop h1. Not sure how to assess that. Another option is to play rook c8, g4, take. Yeah, maybe I will play rook c8. g4 is committal for white. And there's cases like g4, I'll decide between this and this, but then later h5 can be a nice move. Yeah, it's nice having a knight, bishop, and rook all supporting the pawn. Imagine at some point white will decide to take. But whatever it takes first, I probably take with knight, because I want the bishop landing on c5. There's even cases later, like after I play rook c8, I might be threatening take, and then take on c2. Oh yeah, my peak rating, I could check real quick. As my opponent takes her time. Actually, never mind. Peak rating is like around 2660 in rapid. Wow, so if I en passant, I think I should just en passant, like, no other move really looked attractive there. Okay, now if I take, bishop takes, trade, feels close to winning something. Could take and put the queen on a5. Could take twice on d4 and play knight c5. Could play bishop c6. Bishop c6 is kind of interesting. What if g4? Take. Huh. Thing is, I don't know if I want to trade off this bishop. It could be useful later. Let's go for this. I think this move poses some questions for white. Because the idea is to take, and then with the knight removed, and the line after takes, I would have bishop c5 winning the queen, pinning the queen to the king. And that's the same case if the knight retreats and I take on d4. So I was looking at lines where white plays g4, and then it gets interesting. I was calculating g4, take, and then not take first, but take on a4 first. And take, and then the queen can't take. I mean, there'd be f5 there. But that should be fine for black. Bishop c5, queen h4. Okay, time management is much better this game. Yeah, it's important to keep pressure on the pawn. Like another idea is to take and play queen b6 if I want to keep building up pressure. Thank you, Lul Bryce, the first time prime. Okay, so white plays g4. And now I could take first, but then takes. It's a little bit murky. Let's start by taking. And there's other line, takes, takes. Queen takes is possible, because after takes, the queen can take back. But then I have bishop c5 check. Assume king h1. Ooh, that move I didn't see. I guess it's just a trade. I want to be fancy here, though. I want to play like knight b5. Hit the bishop. Seems really close to working. I might just play knight b5. Like, move first and think later. Because it's the type of move that after takes, I take the bishop. The knight's still just sitting. A sitting duck in front of my face. It seems like it should be winning material somehow there. I'm calculating takes, queen c2. Oh, that's a move too. d4. Okay, I could take the bishop and bishop c5. Positioning that looks really nice. Let's go for this. I also have bishop b4. Pinning the knight. Yeah, I want to leave the king on g1. Like bishop c5 would give white time to move the king to a safer place. So I'm trying to generate tactics first against a knight. And then maybe later like play queen b6 check. Or like if the queen moves, then there might be queen g4 hitting, or queen h4 hitting g4. Not to mention d4 is a nice looking resource, which I think just wins material. The queen can't take the pawn because the pin, and the knight's also pinned to the rook. I'm offering the bishop trade. One way to try and remove one of the main defenders of white's king. Oh, there's a question about drawing arrows. Yeah, usually, like, if I'm playing a game and not streaming, I never draw arrows. But I draw arrows mainly so people can follow the calculations. Let's take Stephen Gray, welcome
Avoid
back.
driving and or operating heavy machinery with a sitting duck in front of your face.
Oh, yes. In front of your face or on your face? Thankfully, my face is pretty well protected right now. Wait a minute. What did I do? I just missed my chance to... Oh, actually, knight e4 was a fine move. If I take, there's... Wait, I didn't realize the nature of that situation. I was just so focused on how comfortable my face was. I mean, it should still be good, though. Like, take on c1 and just castle. Or maybe, like, bishop c3. Huh. Maybe h5 first? I'm not sure what to do. Take. h5 first looks like a nice option. Keeping the pressure. I think I got too relaxed. I just assumed I was winning material at d4. And knight e4 is a nice resource. On the plus side, I'm up on time. White's still under pressure. has some issues to solve. I'm trying to activate this rook without even moving the rook, just by getting rid of this pawn. And if takes, then I can take, and then take. Wow, f5. Okay, how scared should I be? I think I'll start by taking. Actually, I could take the rook first. Huh. It's getting spicy. I just want to take the pawn and then take the other pawn. Let's start by taking. Yeah, this pawn is, at least for the next few moves, very poisonous because of bishop c5. Queen takes g4, so I have this move. Bishop f1. And then queen h6.
Spicy and poisonous.
Yeah, those don't make for great qualities of a tasty food. Might depend on the spice level, though. Let's start with queen c1. I mean, it's improving with tempo. Play this move now. The problem is the pawn is hanging too. King... Knight c5 is a move. I mean, queen h6 is kind of my backup option. I think I'll play this. Not proud of it. But it ties down the bishop to defending the knight. Knight's pinned to the pawn. I defend this and this. This, I still have bishop c5.
Most Europeans considered tomatoes to be poisonous until the 1800s.
Wow. I wonder who was a brave European to try a tomato and realize it wasn't poisonous. Wait, if I take and then take, I think that's okay. Don't mind the queen trade. Or I take...
They're a nightshade, many of which are poisonous.
Oh, really? That's probably good to know. Okay, it's turning into a bullet game again. Yeah, I would imagine that the non-poisonous tomatoes
That last person was wrong. You can eat nightshade, it's fine.
Wait, really? Wait, I don't know what to believe now. Maybe I'll just stay away from tomatoes and tomatoes. I'll play d3. Deflect the bishop. No, that hangs the bishop. What am I doing? This move? Let's play this move. I have to think about the position and not tomatoes. Or tomatoes or poison. Okay, opponent took my poison pawn. Queen g6 is one check, and then king d8. The king will find safety eventually. d3. That was a cool game. Let's play this.
I would never lead you astray, Eric. Well, almost never.
Almost never.
Maybe.
Okay. That makes me trust you again, maybe. Good game, Uton. Yeah, knight e4 is a good move. I'm not sure if I've had something better. Let's see. Engine calmly wants bishop b7. Yeah, bishop b7 is nice. And maybe just queen a5. Yeah, queen a5 next. Okay. Good game. Okay, playing Tet-Tet. We played before. Oh, we played a game where Tet-Tet just resigned. So, that wasn't really a game. Let's mix up the opening a little bit. Going into a Pirc. Okay, let me play super aggressively. I think this is known as the Austrian attack. Some idea to play e5 before black can play e5. Oh yeah, if you want the tournament link, we do have the join command. That will get Nightbot to share the link. Yeah, I just want a castle. Enjoy the center, the space, development. The F file. Yeah, b5 looks playable, but I think allows me to win a pawn because of eventual pin. Okay, now knight e4 looks really nice. Yeah, this is a nice combination of pieces in the center. I'll play c3, although c3 is not really necessary. Bishop g5 first. Or knight g5 first. Maybe knight g5 first. It's the type of move that I'm just trying to go for the kill as quickly as possible. The point is after h6 I play queen h5. Takes, and it kind of feels like a Greek gift where the knight can't really access f6. And queen h5 is a massive threat here to attack both of the pawn targets along with a rook. Oh, Shawarma says you should host another Stafford Gambit tournament. Yeah, it's been a while since I even created my own tournament. It's also been a while since I've done like a custom thematic tournament. That would be fun though. I've been playing so many of these hourly rapid arenas. It's been a nice way to settle down after a long day. I'm 2 points away from 2600. I think I'm still not going to make it even if I win this game. Okay. Oh no, my bishop. Someone call an ambulance? Yeah, this is a raging attack. So if h6, I play bishop d3. The thing is, after knight b6, the queen defends f7. So I couldn't take on f7 immediately. But here there's some funny lines. I mean, wow, f5. Play this move. Queen g6 takes. It looks working. So takes. I mean, the rook would have to move. It's not over immediately if black defends properly. But it's very close to being over. I see some opening requests in chat. Smith Mora. I think some people might just want to see me play crazy gambits. Robert E. suggesting to host a beach cafe tournament. Oh dear. It'd be fun to host a tournament at a beach cafe. Or just go to a beach and have coffee. Or tea. Okay, after rook f6, it's a question. Do I take the rook? I probably throw in the check first. Because if I take the rook first, knight takes, and it defends the key squares. But let me calculate. Rook f6, check, here, check. Here, check. King here. I take, take. Very close to queening. That's a free rook. Do I want it? There. I think I do. And then I'll move back. Yeah, this is the only legal move. I'll move back to g6. And queen h7. It's a mate in one threat. Imagine black will move the bishop. It's either that or resign. Or knight f6 and I take. I think this will be my first game berserking and hopefully winning. I still don't see the force mate though, but I'm winning more material. Yeah, the king's gonna run to only these squares. Knight f7 probably. Yeah, king d8, knight f7. King e8, I'll check again. Check. But then I don't have knight f7. c3 is kind of a savage move. They're trapping the bishop. Too many ways to win here. I mean, c3 is also an admission that I didn't see how to immediately checkmate the king. Oh, the rook's defended. Very clever. So I'll check and take the bishop. Where's my win? I could check and win the knight. Or I could check and then win the queen. That's a fork. I'm just winning so much material. It should be made eventually. Okay. Hey, I gained 1 rating point. Okay. 25.99. 13th place. Yeah, I'm still very far out of first, but very close to hitting 2600. Again, I could show. Oh, no, new game starting. At some point, I'll show my rating stats, but priorities are. The priority now is taking down bunny cubes. There's been too much mention of Stafford Gambit in chat. I have to at least attempt one. Oh, bunny cubes is in chat. Oh, if you heard what I just said, maybe you're ready for it. Hello to bunny cubes. Yeah, generally I don't mind if my opponents like watch the stream. It's good practice to mute the stream while playing me, but generally when I'm like talking through positions, I have it in the back of my mind that my opponent might be listening, so there's not too many cases where the opponent can actually take advantage of what I'm saying. That's a good move. I'll play h5. Bishop e6. Yeah, bunny cubes has done their work in the Stafford. I think it's already like bishop f6. It looked like a way of simplifying, but it's already a little bit questionable for white because of this pressure. Let's castle. Wow, f3. If I play... Oh, there's too many ways to have fun here. I'm debating so many fun looking moves. I have to move a little bit faster though. Check. Take away casting rights. I think it's worth it. And then just return. Oh, Money Cube's still in chat. No mercy here. I want to play f5. Oh, let's just return. Actually, this move too. Yeah, this move. Ensuring that, yeah, the bishops control a lot of squares. I didn't want to play queen f6 and allow f4. Okay, here I can take the pawn. There's rook b1. It's actually not so simple. Feels like it should be simple. I have queen f2. Rook b1, bishop e5. I should take. There. Objectively, I don't think I'm so much better here. I'm planning to play bishop d4. And go back to b6. Yeah, there's some pressure. But I've won the pawn back, and yeah, there's I think full control. I just have to watch out for b7. It's a little bit tender, and also watch out for my time. Maybe a7 as well. Like we might see queen c5 here. Queen c5, if I play king b8, I lose a pawn. I mean, there's a few ways to attack a7. Wait, what do I do after queen c5? b6, I lose the c6 pawn. a6, queen a7? I wonder if Money Cubes is still listening. As one of these moments where I suggest the move for the opponent. And then if they are listening, they have a choice to make. Yeah, this is bishop on f1. Not sure how it's gonna find a happy life. a3, wow. Unexpected. I guess maybe defending against some move that I wasn't planning to play, but that's a safe move. Puts the ball in my court. I'll play f5 here. I'm trying to chisel away at white's pawn center. And the threat might be to take and then take again. Ooh. Okay, it looks like the board was set up wrong. The king and queen are switched. Let's not trade queens. This doesn't happen too often. There was a period where Magnus Carlsen was playing some troll opening where he would like switch the king and queen within the first few moves. Oh yeah, Shawarma knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe actually queen e7 would have attacked the pawn, but would allow this. A big question, will I gain a rating point if I win this game? If I lose this game, how many rating points do I lose? No, on other sites, it tells you before the game starts how much rating you'll gain or lose depending on the result. Okay, I'm thinking taking makes sense. C5 makes sense. Idea C4. You will lose more than one if you lose. Stephen Gray is about to lose 45k channel points. Didn't you lose like 40k channel points the other day for believing in me? I hope you still believe in me. I'll try and keep your channel points safe. Let me take first. So if F takes, I take here. If H takes, I also probably still take here. So this pawn's pinned, and this pawn is tied down to defending g4. So neither pawn can really take. That move I forgot about. I played this move. Interesting pressure happening here. I do have to watch my time. Takes. Debating what to take with. Take. It looks good. How to do this though? Take here. Just play this. I gotta stay real focused. I can't get too much lower in time. I should have considered taking on B1 first, but I still have a double threat. I like the bishop here. Attacks, defends. And there's really not too many ways for white to defend against both threats. That's a move. This move? It's a cool move. Completely unnecessary move, but it's a discovered skewer. It's a disco skewer. And if takes, I have a pin. It still takes a lot of work to win, though. 28 seconds. But it should be enough time. Gotta start advancing the pawns. Should have played this move. Why am I thinking? Lots of board geometry here. Ooh. Rook e3, I could have like tragically pre-moved that. That could have been really bad. So it takes, I play this. Okay. Not stalemate. Okay. Got the job done. Wasn't the smoothest. Got kind of low on time there. Good game, bunny cubes. Back to tournament. Top 10. A leader's kind of running away with it. I've started berserking. So I would need like 4 more games. 4 more berserk wins. Is there even time for that? There is. To have to average 6 minutes a game. But you imagine like this person's going to get more points over the next 25 minutes. Taking time to get a game too. Oh, playing Uton. Okay, I'll berserk. Haven't lost to Uton. I assume we've gone into this before. Uton seems prepared. Queen d2. Okay. I'm sure we've gone into this before. I'm generally happy to go into the sign. E4 is a plan. E4, b4. Maybe this move. Maybe bishop d3 first. I'm actually not sure of the correct approach here. I shouldn't be taking too long. I'll start with rook g1. So now here I play bishop e5. So I want to get ready to play e4. Not too scared of knight c4. I think I just take. b4 just knight e2. Knight c1 is very typical. Knight c4 I can take the pawn. Really? Okay, so I want a pawn and I got a pawn. I don't even know what we call this. It's not even a Tetris piece. Pawn caterpillar. Pawn slinky. Zigzag formation. Okay, so I'm threatening this. Also, this is a nice idea. F5 is an idea. I'm also ready to take if knight c4. Calculating a weird line. Yeah, I'm calculating take knight e6. But then my knight gets trapped in the end. So it's probably not worth it. Maybe just bishop d3. But then c5. But then... What if I play e6? Take. I think I will play e6. And pieces are just set up really nicely for it. And I really don't mind the trade. I'm saying goodbye to my pawn. What does chat say? Pawn sawtooth, pawn lightning bolt, pawn chain. Yeah, it's technically a pawn chain. Pawn stairs, pachinko pawns, pawn camel. Pawn snake, pawn zipper, pawn ladder. Based. I like Robert E's word, just based. And based pawns. Okay, so that's actually a fair move. I think I just take though. And now g6 is very tender. So if takes, I take. If king takes, wow, guess I'll take. Up 2 pawns now and having the attack. King h7 doesn't really help. We do see c5, but now knight e6. Hitting the queen. Bishop's pinned. I have to be careful about weird things against b2. But if needed, I always can simplify on g7. That's a move. Can I take on c5? I want to play queen. Queen c3. Queen c3, knight a4. Okay, we'll play queen c3. That probably wasn't necessary. This gets a little bit weird. It's okay, I think, hopefully. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Take there. Just take on. Yeah, this really wasn't necessary. Yeah, I think it's okay. Like knight a4, I played this. Rook b2, king c1. It's murky. I'm just not seeing black's follow-up after king c1. Because this is a massive threat. Has nice coordination. Rook defends the knight. Everything's attacking g7. There's not a great way for black to add another attacker. Like there's king h8, but then I just take. Should get the job done. Yeah, I guess that line, like, okay, so rook b2, king c1, king h8, I take. There's queen e6, but then rook g8, king h7, bishop d3, king h6, rook h8, or just queen g5 mate. Yeah, this move, it basically abandoned my king, but my king can fend for itself. It was raised to defend itself. And the queen is going to battle. Yeah, there were probably cleaner ways to get the job done. Like, especially after this move. King c1. Yeah, this is one spike check. Okay, I got scared for a moment. Because there's an idea. It doesn't work, but there is an idea rook b1. It takes queen b6, but then I can move the queen back. I'll be up material there. Okay, GG. Hey, I broke 2600. Let's go. Good game, Uton. Now can I somehow claw my way to first place? Still very far away. Whoa, what was this game? Looks like first place is gonna lose. I mean, it's tricky though. I would need at least 3 more games. Okay, berserking again. Budapest Gambit time. Risky opening against someone who's decently high rated, but I'm trying to be aggressive. This is actually a really nice line for bullet or blitz. Rapid, maybe my opponent will have time to figure things out. But yeah, there was a brief period where I was playing this line in classical games when I was rated around like 2000, at least US rated. I had some fun games with this. So one of the points is if takes, I play queen f6. That's usually how most games go. Objectively, this isn't a great opening, but practically it can lead to fun positions. Like e6 is already, I think, now preferable for black. Maybe this move? Yeah, let's start attacking. So there's pressure against the bishop, the pawn, the other pawn, g5. g5, h5 is an idea. a3 is a good move. Considering g5 first. Okay, now this. Allowing knight e4, but then queen b2. If b4, I'm wondering about bishop e3. Takes. My idea would be like queen c1, queen a1. Knight c2. There's a question if my knight gets trapped in the end. Because in the very end, I have like a5. Takes, the a file opens. I probably save the knight. Okay, we don't have that. h3 is respectable. Sacking probably doesn't work. Ah, now 94 is coming. I mean, do I dare sack? I could play this and this. Let's go for it. It was not my first intention. But I didn't want to play 95 and block the queen. White's getting some initiative here. But if I get one more move in, then I can maybe get back the initiative. c5 is almost trapping the bishop, and then take and have some options. Oh, we might get this idea again. Like bishop h2, take, hit the queen. Queen a4, bishop d7. Queen a4, even b5. So queen c1. Wait, so take. There, king gets to c1. I don't think I save the knight. We get 2 pawns and a rook for it. Knight e4. I play queen b2. This feels irresponsible. Also feels kind of fun. So I'm still threatening this. I am sacking the G pawn. If white wants to take it. Yeah, very confusing position, but it looks fun. If bishop h2, then I probably go for this line. Takes, takes, takes. Because then I have knight c2 as a threat, along with attacking the queen. Rook b1 I take and then defend my queen. Queen c1 immediately. Which I'm probably okay with. Probably just take, take, and h6. So I have the bishop pair. There's f6 as well. Yeah, this will just be a longer game. Probably conceding the bishop pair soon. 95 maybe. Take. I'll start with taking. I don't want to allow easy move. I like king e7, just connect the rooks. Now 95. What's my plan? I'm not sure what my plan is, but I have to move quicker. I take... Oh, white wants to play c5. How about d5? d5, take, take. She looks playable. My pawns make sense on light squares to complement the bishop. This might be the last game that counts for the tournament for me. Yeah, pawns are very much complementing the bishop. Play d4. And d4 actually looks really nice. Because I'm about to get a wooden shield. Have to make XQC proud. Ooh, didn't see that move though. If I take... Can I sack? That's a really good move. If I play d3... Okay, here's my idea. Oh, it looks so ugly. But the idea is after b6 I play d3. I'm not sure what's happening here. Very strange position. So bishop d1 or bishop h5? Huh. And b6 is going to be loose. I just want to take that. Play this first. Take, take. I was about to hang something. Bishop d6's idea. I'll play b5 next. Oh no! Was not expecting that move. No. Ah. Good game. Let's run to the corner. What to do? Oh, had some chances there. Oh no, my rating. Oh no, my tournament finish. Yeah, pairings are closed now. What a game to end things. Yeah, White played well to like just keep things going. Even though still in control. Yeah, like I was expecting Rook D3. So I kind of semi pre-move King C2. With Rook C4, I guess that's a tricky move because if I play C4, Rook C5, I'd have to like play Rook B5 here. Yeah, probably should have anticipated that. I mean, maybe I could just get away with B3. B3 work? Let's see. Rook B5 is best. B3 is still playable. Because I'm getting the pawn to B2. Yeah, it's fun opening to play. I don't think I've ever encountered E6. I've played this a bunch of times on Lee Chess. Decent win rate. Yeah, the best move is to take. But if white takes and after queen f6, I think I have some YouTube videos where I feature this line. It's not even like that bad objectively. And yeah, white has to be like very, very accurate to secure an advantage. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed the games. If this goes on YouTube in the future, you can watch live on Twitch. And follow on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch if you want to support the content. Have a lot of YouTube content in the pipeline. Question about Redactyl. I actually did today's Redactyl. I got today's Redactyl in less than 20 guesses. But maybe I'll do Redactyl at some point in the future on stream. Good job to this person. Yeah, I had some long fights, especially my first few games. Some intense endgames. So, I think I'll just wrap things up. I'm kind of tired. 1 minute away from midnight for me. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back in the future. Raid is carrying over. Send some love to Jerry, and I'll be back soon.